Well, I was finally diagnosed with Lyme disease in January of 2015. Thank God for Dr. Childers. I went undiagnosed for 3 years. I have been to 20 plus doctors, cardiologists, I've been to 3 rheumatologists, 3 internists, pulmonologists, gastroenterologists. Every IST that you can name, I've been to, all telling me there's nothing wrong with you, or I was told early on in my diagnosis that I had lupus. But then I was sent to the rheumatologist who said, you don't have lupus. And then I was sent back to the internist who finally said last year, okay, I'm going to tell you have fibromyalgia. Well, my fury was pretty fast at that moment, because I said to her, after a full year of me coming to you with multiple symptoms, now you're going to tell me I have fibromyalgia? Then that's when I knew there was definitely something wrong. No one could figure out what was wrong with me. And my story is a little different than most, because I had given up on the medical industry in totality and figured this was my life and I was going to have to figure out how to live it, until I met this woman on a Facebook page called Sea Glass Lovers or something. We both love hunting for sea glass. And I noticed that she was called a medical intuitive. And I asked her, you know, in a private message, what's a medical intuitive? So she led me to her website, and I read a little bit about it, and I said, you know what? It's only $165. I've spent thousands already. Why not give it a shot? So she did a reading on me, a medical reading. She only knew my first name and my age. And then she emailed me the reading with a drawing that she makes of you. And it goes through all the chakras. It goes through things medically, personality, your whole being. And at the end of the hour-and-a-half discussion, she told me, you have Lyme disease. And I said, how do you know I have Lyme disease? And she said, I know you have Lyme disease. She told me you need to email ILADS, which is an organization that gives you referrals for doctors, LLMDs, Lyme literate medical doctors that can help us. You go to the doctor, you get an IGeneX Western blot test. It's a lab in Palo Alto, California that studies Lyme in depth. They know how to, yes, they know how to study it. Along with Lyme, usually any tick, mosquito, spider carries other infections, which are called the co-infections, Babesia, Bartonella, Ehrlichia. Those all have to be treated separate from the Lyme. Dr. Childers had to sign off on the tests. We sent the tests to the lab in California. He got back the results 4 weeks later, I believe it was. I came into the office. 3 years, all of a sudden, bright red Lyme disease. Not only was I Lyme positive, I was CDC positive. Because if you only register positive on 1 band or 2 bands, you're not diagnosed with Lyme. If any of those doctors had known to run this specialized test, they all ran Lyme serologies that came back negative. But Lyme also hides, and it does not always come up positive in the blood. So that's why you need a special test done, the Western blot by IGeneX. So I've learned through my journey, doctors don't know. Doctors don't know. They need to be educated. They need to go back and take a class. This is a massive epidemic. 300,000 cases are reported per year as per the CDC. Experts say we are about up to 1 to 2 million cases a year. But because so many people go undiagnosed, that number could be 5 million. We don't know. We need doctors to not be fearful to treat patients. These doctors are saving lives, and they're putting their medical licenses on the line for us. and it needs to be a recognized disease. We need insurance coverage. There are people dying of Lyme disease. The people don't know that they're dying from Lyme because they can't afford treatment. Okay, they can't withstand the antibiotics. The antibiotics alone destroy your body. There are people who do get better, and I am one of them, thank God. So there is hope, but you have to stay positive. You have to, that is part of healing from Lyme, I fully believe, is you have to stay positive and you have to push through. You have to push through the fatigue. You can't let Lyme take your life. You have to take a hold of Lyme.